everybody. Welcome to today's webinar, an introduction to the Lightspeed Trader platform. We are happy to have everyone join us here. We try to provide a lot of educational material to provide resources for our trading software, our trading services, and really help you guys understand our structure and how you can best use some of the resources we provide. Trading is a business for many of you. It is your sole business, and you always want to be in relationships with your business partners that would have provide you with the best tools and the best resources to make your business successful. That's what we do try to provide with our clients. So we will always try to provide as best support as possible and as many resources as possible to give you the tools we feel active professional traders do need to be successful. The Lightspeed Trader platform is our flagship trading software, so it will be our most popular platform used for active and professional traders. So we do like to provide a lot of different material and updates and always provide some new versions available and new features. And we always like to take new feedback and try to add additional features as well. Before we get started, I just have a quick slide presentation here for our disclaimer. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Nothing presented today should be construed as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any security or contract. Since we don't know everyone's investment objectives or risk tolerance, we are not endorsing any specific trading strategies. Security, derivative, and futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss. It's not suitable for all investors. Each investor must consider whether this is a suitable investment, since you may lose all or more than your initial investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Lightspeed is a division of Lion Brokerage LLC. Lion Brokerage LLC is not affiliated with any third-party market commentators, educationers, or service providers. Data, information, material, this content are provided for informational, educational purposes only. This content neither is nor should be construed as any offer, solicitation, or recommendation to buy or sell any securities or contracts. Any investment decisions made by the user through the use of such content is solely based on the user's independent analysis, taking into consideration your financial circumstances, investment objectives, and risk tolerance. Once again, Lion Brokerage does not endorse, offer, and recommend any of the services or commentary provided by any of the market commentators, educators, or service providers, and any information used to execute any trading strategy are solely based on the independent analysis of the user. For more information on a demo of the Lightspeed Trader software or open an account with Lightspeed, a division of Lion Brokerage, please contact us here. A little about myself. My name is Rob Lipson. I am a VP of Sales and Business Development here at Lightspeed. I've been in the brokerage industry since 2001. I have my Series 7, 63, 55, 24, 4, 3. So I have plenty of licenses. I've been through a lot of regulatory examinations, and I've worked for alternative trading systems. I've been a prop trader. I've used many different trading platforms. I've worked for other brokerages. So I've been in the industry for quite a while. A lot of the service and support people on our desk as well are been in the industry for quite some time. So we do have quite a bit of experience here. Okay, we are going to get started. Great. Okay. So this is one of our standard layouts here that you would be defaulted with. Now, the beauty of the Lightspeed Trader platform is the customization. You can really create any layout that you're looking for to highlight the features that you have. Some people are saying the audio is not here. Is everyone able to hear me okay? Please type yes if you can. Okay, great, guys. So the guys that don't have audio, please check your speakers, or if you have to call in. Seems like it is coming through okay, guys. Thank you, appreciate that. So you can see what I have here is a basic layout. If you go into your layout menu on the top of the index bar, you can choose some of our default layouts based on your monitor size, or you can load and save previous layouts. So you can design different layouts for different features, different charts, different hotkeys and buttons, and load them up as different files and save them and load them up here. Now, if you go into the new menu on the top, this is where you can continue to customize and open up additional windows. If I want a third level 2 window, I would do it through the new menu. A new chart is done through the new menu, and a new order entry. So I can do groupings and new ways to have different viewings through the new menu here. So if I want to then do a linking, I can select to connect my new grouping. I would right click on the top of my chart. I'm going to select the Facebook level 2 window. Same thing with my order entry, Facebook, and then you can see now this is a grouping. If I change this now to Apple, my chart and my level 2 window will, and my order entry will all follow as a grouping here. So you can have, as you can see, I have now 3 sets of groups, and you can easily change them and link them together. So I have my SPY, I change that to Facebook, my first chart and order entry will update. Same thing if I then click on a watch list, that grouping will update. If I wanted to view Tesla, my first group. Now I could tab over quickly to my second level 2, click on Amazon, that's gonna populate. I click over to my third, I'm gonna go back to the SPY, this grouping is going to populate. So you can do your groupings and linking, or I can open up standalone windows. If I want this chart to be a standalone, I can click on it, I go to my unlink, and this is going to be a standalone chart here. So now if I only want to view SPY in this chart, it's not going to affect the other windows here. So we'll get into the charting features a little bit later here. So I'm going to close this out. I just wanted to show the basic opening of a new window and a new group and the linking. That's always an important one that people like to know right off the bat. Now you can see with the level 2 window here, this is where you view the information, the bids and offers. This is known as the indications of interest. The left side is the bids, the right side are the offers. They're showing the exchange, the share size, and the price people are willing to buy and sell. Now, we do have the option to add additional level 2 data, so I can view multiple levels from each market participant. So right now, this is a demo. This is set on our base level 1 package. You can see that there's one quote from every exchange. I do also have another level 2 here enabled. This is from another user that I have access to. Now, you can see I'm able to go to my integrate direct quotes. This is on the settings window here. I can increase the number of quotes from each book. This is what's known as your level 2 quoting. I can see multiple quotes from my NASDAQ book. I can see multiple quotes from ARCA. So I'm looking at Tesla here now, and I can see a whole depth of book that I'm not showing on my base level 1 package. So that's the difference when people want to know our base level 1 package versus our level 2. You can see the additional quotes and different quote levels and sizes from each price tier. Now you can change these to have the skins to show groupings in different colors, so it's a little more grouped together. So you can see the best quote is green, the next one is orange, and then red, and so forth. It goes down in colors. So you can see the difference here. On the left is my level 1 package. On the right side here is my level 2. You can also see we provide the limit up, limit down feature. This is going to show you where any halt level is going to be indicated. It's only during market hours here, so it's not going to show, but you can also highlight that feature as well. So I don't have an example for that, someone's asking, but since it's not displayed during after hours as a halt, only during the exchanges, but you would be able to display the limit up, limit down, and then we do have a highlight section here where I would be able to add a highlight to show that specific level. So you can show the limit up, limit down levels on your level 2 and go over that. Yes, so exactly. 1 equals 100 shares, 6 is 600 shares. So to save space, we do represent the lots in hundreds. So any one you see is represented as 100 shares. Now you have your order entry window here below. This is where you can put in your basic orders right from your order entry. You can see under type is where you have your order entry type, limit, market, stop, trailing stop. We also offer limit on close, market on open, market on close. We have access to dark routes, to strategy routes, to smart routes. So all these can be accessed here. We also provide you the ability to do hidden orders. So if you, let's say, have a 2,000 share order you want to send in, but you don't want the market to see it, you can submit this as a hidden order. Keep in mind the order priority and execution rules for hidden orders and the routing fees are different for hidden orders. So you do have to be aware of how those would interact with the markets, but they are ways to prevent your order from affecting the markets here. Because if I want to throw a 2,000 share order to sell, that could make a big dent in this market, but I don't want people to see it. I could set it as a hidden order and that would go through. Now, I also have the ability to change my price. I can scroll through it or I can use the arrows. Even if I click on a price tier on my level 2, you can see that updates the price. And also then if I click on my inside bid or inside ask, that will bring me back to the current market and fill in my price here. The market destination is where you can route your orders. The Lightspeed Smart Route is the LSPT route. That is based on our route providers' algorithms to send orders out on going over the and send it to the best location possible. Or you can preference these exchanges with our route providers are going to send to the exchanges as well. So if say ARCA has a big offer represented here at 4,500 shares, maybe that's why I want to then send a big order to buy because I know ARCA had a big seller there. Even if it's still not represented, I know it may still be there, but it's also a good way to try to access any liquidity you see by that particular exchange. Simple order to buy. You just have to set your price and your order type. I hit the buy button here. You can choose to have a confirmation or you can remove this so the orders go in straight through. Now, typically when you're testing it out at first, it's good to have the confirmations. Once you're comfortable with the program, you can remove these so these orders are going to go in on the one click. I hit yes, we can see this order goes in right away here. In my orders window now, it's displayed here on the top. It's green. That indicates a filled order, 100 out of 100 in the quantity. I have my execution price and my order price. So I put it in for 09, it filled it at 07. Now keep in mind, this is a demo. It's going to fill you based on last price. Different demo features are not going to be the same as live executions, but it will give you the idea of how the orders are placed, how to manage your orders and manage your positions. So the demo is a very useful tool to learn how to use the software. It's not going to be a true strategy in P&L testing here. Now, if I place an order that's non-marketable, you can see it goes in and it's a white order. This indicates it's pending, 0 out of 100. You can see it's not filled yet. Also, we have our messages window here. This is a big important window. This is going to tell you if an order gets accepted, filled, rejected. So you can see my first order went in, opening 100 at 312 spot 07. And now my second order here is currently pending at 312. Now I could right click on an order to cancel or modify or increase or decrease the order. But we see right here, it did get filled. See the stock did print down to my price and that did fill me. So I got filled here, 100 shares. You can see my position has now increased. My average price has changed. And you can see my P&L does move in accordance with the last price. So you see the difference between the price and the last price is my P&L times my shares here. Quickly here, someone asked, how do I remove my confirmation? So you would go into the settings menu. The settings menu is the full configuration settings in the utilities menu, but you can go into the settings from any gear as well. This brings you to the master command box for settings, and there's sub tabs for each category you're looking for. The trading tab is where you would go through your confirmations. So I could remove my confirms here. I can remove them on new orders or closeouts or all orders. So there's a lot of combinations for removing or adding confirmations. And then there's also warnings. I can set a warning if my order is too big in price. If I don't want to place an order bigger than 500 shares, it will warn me. Or if I don't want an order to go in, let's say greater than 1,000 shares, I can click not allow, and it won't allow an order to go in. So there's a lot of different risk settings you can place as well here. My max position size, I can either have a warning or I can not allow it to even accept the order. So it's kind of your own fat finger checks here. So if I get rid of the don't warns, I won't have any size warnings. I get rid of my confirmations, that's going to go in straight away here as well. For the demonstration purposes, I do like to have the confirmation window here as well. So if I place an open order to sell, you can see that is out there right now. Now, once again, I can right click and cancel or modify. If I modify it, I can change it down here to a lower price and click modify. Red indicates a canceled order. So my first order was canceled and then a new order was replaced. Now, if I do cancel that, you can see also the red indicates the replace. You can see in the messages window, you get a message here, you are out. That indicates that that order was canceled. That was not indicating that the position is closed. So a you are out message only indicates a cancel return message back to you to confirm the order is canceled. So that's very important for people to realize the difference there. Now, if I do want to close this position, there's many ways I can do it. I can use the order entry form. I can right click on my positions window. It gives me the ability to close out half or full position or all positions if I have more than one. Or we also have the ability to set up various hot buttons and hotkeys. So we can see here, I can use hot buttons with predefined orders or create my own custom orders to sell or buy, enter and exit positions. So that will be the next step. For now, I'm just going to use the order entry, sell my 200 shares, confirm it, selling 200 shares. That order fills. You can see that position grays out. It's back to zero. And I have a closed P&L. It's realized of $15. So you can see that round trip has been completed. 2 buys, 1 sell, and the position is now closed. So it's just very simple to use the basic order entry form. All you have to do is your order type, your shares, your price, and your market, buy or sell. There is no sell short button. The system does know if you don't own the shares any longer, it's going to mark it as sell short. So if I click the sell button now, it knows it's going to be a sell short. And see, now also has a buying power requirement. So I click yes, and now I am now short this position. My position is negative 100 shares. I want to cover it, I have to buy it back. When you are trading in the pre and post market, the LSPT route does not take orders. This is a demo, and you cannot do market orders. So you would have to know during a live account, you cannot place a market order pre and post. You cannot use the LSPT route. So I would have to do a limit order. I'd have to use the ARCA or NASDAQ route. Let's try to buy it at 08, make a little profit here, 100 shares. Yes, there we go. So just a nice $6 profit there right off the quick short on the way back down here. So that's your basic order entry and then how to view your orders and your positions window. The unrealized P&L is your open, your realized P&L is your close, and the marked is your combination of open and closed. So you can track what you still have pending, what you already have done, and then this is your combination. So some other order types you can do here. So if I enter a position here, we'll do it again. I'll buy the 100 shares. Now let's say I wanted to do a stop order. I can change this to a stop. Now stops only work during market hours as well, but this is a demo, so it will take it. I'm going to have a stop lower to protect myself from falling too far behind. So if I do a sell stop, I do it at 312. You can see this open order is now active. If my stop price is reached at 312, this will trigger and sell as a market order and would cover me. So it's a stop loss order is a way, people say it's a way to limit your losses. Someone asked, can I set confirms for larger orders, 1,000 shares or greater? That's what that warning would be for your size warning. So it's just labeled as a warning versus a confirmation. It's going to tell you this order is greater than 1,000 shares. Do you wish to proceed? So in the same mold as a confirmation, it's going to just be under the warnings tab. Okay, a couple other questions here. Take a little break. Some other good questions here on the level 2. If you can see the indicators here in the top right corner, those do relate to some of the availabilities of this security. The 25% is the margin requirement. So that means I can use my full 4 times buying power for this security. If it's something that's not available, it will have a higher requirement. Some of these leveraged secure ETFs or volatility products, we do have higher requirements. You can see 100% is the requirement. So let's just take a look at the difference here between, okay, so we have a $30 stock here and we have a $30 stock here. Now SLF, if I buy 100 shares, since this is 25% requirement, it's going to take out a certain buying power requirement, 34.50. So essentially it's 4 times it allows me to do. Now, if I do that same 100 shares on the VXX, it's going to be 4 times that amount because it's actually taking out a higher requirement, 100% for the requirement. It's non-marginable. Since this system operates on a 4-time leverage multiple, this is saying it's requiring 4 times the cash. It's kind of reverse here. Instead of taking out 4 times the cash, it's taking out 25% of that 4 times. So you can see the difference here. Now the green E indicates it's easy to borrow. I can sell short immediately. If something is not available, then it would have a different indicator. L indicates a locate is required. So you'd either have to contact our trade desk or submit through our short locate feature if you are looking to sell short a stock that is not easy to borrow. So yeah, once again, no button to sell short. You just have to hit the sell button and it will mark it as short. There's a lot of ways to cancel orders. I can place the cancel button in my orders window. You can see the star here. If I click on that, you can see that cancels the order right away. I can right click to cancel. You can have a hot button here, cancel all orders. That canceled it right away as well. And I also have the escape key on the keyboard. That's going to cancel the order. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways I could cancel an order. So the faster you get with how to use and enter and exit orders and manage these, you can see how fast these one-click orders can be. Yeah, once again, this is being recorded, so this webinar will be available on our website within a few days here. In addition to just having the stop, so once again, you can see I want to buy 100 shares. Now, if I want to put a stop, I can do so. And I can also put in my limit order. If let's just say I want to set a target, I can do that as well, set a higher amount. So essentially, We don't offer bracket orders on this system, but you can place them yourself very quickly. So I have a stop order and a target order. My target got hit, and I just got taken out for the profit here. If the stock is an L, it will not be able to be sell short. It will reject any sell short for that security. Side question, Stream Deck work with this platform? I actually have people say it has. There are some configurations you can use to use the Stream Deck. So that's something I'm not familiar with, but you can you can do it. Yep, Gavin says it does work. So Michael, that is something you can look into. Yeah, a target is just a limit order, just selling above. So I can enter my position. Setting my target is just setting a limit order at a higher price. So I'm selling my limit at a higher price. And a stop order is just selling at a lower price, waiting for it to go down to a lower price. Oh, it looks like I did that as a limit, so I put the wrong order in there. So now, once you're comfortable with your order entry, that's when you can move on to the hot buttons and the hotkeys. So we'll start with the hot buttons. We have some here that are predefined that we already provide to you. So you have market buy, market sell. Hit my market buy, it goes in 100 shares. I immediately want to get out, market sell 100 shares. So I can get in and out right away. If I remove my confirmation, I don't even need this. I could be one click right away. Now I also have ones to buy and sell, close out all positions, close out half positions, or queue up some closeout stop orders as well. So it's a really nice way to be able to increase your speed and efficiency by not having to adjust your shares or your price. And there's a lot of other combinations you can do. I'll show you a couple quick ones, but as I said, next week we're going to go over a full webinar for custom orders, hotkeys. So you can see here, 100 shares, buy 100, yes, buy 100, yes. So that bypasses my order entry form. This had 100 as a limit, but I sent in 200 orders as a market order. Now, if I want to close out, sell, close out full, I can click this one hot button. It's going to sell the 200 shares. So it knows how many shares I have in my position, and then it's going to close out that position. Now, someone asked, how do I know which symbol that hot button is linked to? So that's a very good question. You can see there's a highlighted border around my active window. The SPY is my active yellow window. If I tab over to VXX, that is my new active window. So now I press the buy 100. This goes in for the VXX rather than the SPY. I tab back over SPY. That's how it's going to be. And that's how the same would be with the hotkeys as well. Now, I can specifically link a window. If I only wanted to go to the SPI box, I can do so. But otherwise, it's going to be linked to focus. So let's take a look. I click on the settings for the hot buttons. This is where I can apply any of the predefined orders we have. You have your bid, tier, offer tier. Tiers are just share sizes, tier 1, 100, tier 2, 200. You have closeout orders, closeout full, market orders. We have our increase or decrease open orders. So I can change my open orders, a penny, a tenth, a nickel, a dime. So we can show this one quickly here. Increment order, 1 nickel. Okay, so I'm going to add that. So let's just say I have an open order here below the market, 100 shares to buy at 311.58. I click my increment order. It's going to change it by 5 cents. So it's a good way to easily move and change that order without having to right click to do a modify open order. I can have predefined orders to change a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter. So a very useful function, especially when it's on a hotkey as well. You can quickly change orders without having to minimal interaction. In addition, there's a lot of different cancel order keys and then some other trading function keys. You can change the tiers. You can change the order entry windows with hot buttons or hotkeys. And you can also change layouts, change symbols, and change charts, non-trading function keys as well. So there's a lot of different predefined. Now, the beauty of this platform is that we let you customize yourself. So yes, you can do your own customization. If I go to my custom orders tab, this is where you can create new commands. So on the right side, you can see I can select create new command. This brings me to the order form, which allows me to put in different parameters. So let's just say I want to buy at the ask. You can see I also have the ability for limit order, stop order. I can buy at the bid, the ask, as a market order, or when I'm selling at my average price here as well. So I can buy at the ask. I can also have a through amount and offset, and then I can set quantities here. When I'm closing out, I have full, quarter, half positions, so I can do closeouts, or I can just do a quantity. So something very easy to display here. I want this as a buy 500 at the ask. I'm actually having this offset of 5 cents, so it's going to be plus 0.05. I can map this as a key directly here. So this kind of brings you into the keyboard command area. So let's just say I want to control 5 for buying 500 shares. I can do that. Or I can also put this on my hot button. So any key that I created can be assigned as a key or button. So I can add that. If you are looking to change the colors, you can change the color of a key, a button as well. So you can see here, I have 100 shares buying 311.58. My buy 500 bypasses the order entry and goes into the custom order directly. So I immediately buy, it's an aggressive order, 5 cents above, and I got filled right away. Other ways you can set up these custom orders are for your exits, which are very nice to have. So I can do 2 sets of exits. One, I can have a stop order. So let's just say I do a stop. I'm going to use my average price, and I'm going to close out my full position. And let's say I want to protect myself 10 cents from my average price. So this is really a sell stop 10 cents. I can map it as a key. So we'll say shift 1 for selling, or I can map it as a button, sell stop 10 cents. So immediately I have 600 shares. My average price is 312.13. So my stop is going to go in 10 cents lower than my average price. Sell stop immediately, selling 600 shares at a stop of 312.03. And when at 04, did a little rounding here. So you can see I can immediately enter position and then exit through a market order. A stop order. I can also exit as a profit as well. So I can build a profit order as well. I can do the same way. I can do a sell. This is going to go to an actual route, a limit. I'm going to sell off my average price, or I can sell off for the current price here. If I want to do something, it's actually going to be a negative number. This is going to sell 20 cents above my price. We'll say 10 cents. And a closeout full here as well. So 10-cent profit sell. I can map it here, control 1 for the profit, or I can apply it as a button as well. So if I click on that here, so I have a very quick order here as well. So I have my stop and my target all together here. Order goes up, I'm covered. Order goes down, I'm covered here as well. Now, another nice feature is you can also display your open orders on the chart. If I right click, I go into the trading menu on the chart. I can also display my active orders and my positions on the chart here. And I can choose whether to display them as thick lines or medium lines here as well. So these two red lines are my current sell orders, and this dashed line is my actual position. And I can also click and drag these orders on the chart to manage them. So if I want to increase my range or tighten my stop, I can do so as well. So I can manage orders from the chart just as easily as I can from the order entry or the orders window. So if I click on this order, I do my increment, I can replace, that's actually going off of this order here. So if I want to tighten my stop here, you can see I can do that with that hot button. I could do it with the chart, and I could do it by right clicking. So you can modify and manage orders from a lot of different windows here. Yep, so you can see I have both orders. If you have the buying power, you can have both orders to sell and to have a stop at the same time. Now, what's nice here as well, let's just say I want to reduce a position. This only works on the sell side at the moment, but let's just say I sell 100 shares of the SPY. You can see I sold 100 shares. Both my stop and my profit both reduced down to 500 shares to match my position. So it's working to not let you go short with those type of orders. Once again, 500 shares, 500 share order, position, sell it, 100 shares, that reduces my positions here as well. So it's a good way to not let you go. Someone asked, what's the difference between the price and the last price columns? You can see the price is my average price. The last price is the last traded price. So that's what's dictating the P&L. You can see the VXX. My average price is 21 cents. The last traded price was 25. That's why I have a $4 profit. So that's your average. That's the actual price of the market. So if people want to get more into the custom orders, we're going to do some different ways to customize and do some other order types as well. So that will come out next week. So join us next week's webinar as well here. To go over some of the other charting features here, I'll make this chart a little bigger for now. You can right click if I want to go into the chart parameters. You can see these are the time frames we have available: 1, 2, 5, 10 minute intraday charts. So let's say I want to add a new one, select 5 minute. I'm going to label it 5 minute and then click add. You can see that now adds a new tab on the bottom of my chart. I could easily go through the chart. Excuse me. Now, if I want to zoom in or zoom out, I can use the mouse wheel. I can click and move the whole x-axis, or click and move the whole y-axis if I want to increase or decrease that range. So very easy to modify and adjust these charts. If I want to zoom in on a particular area to look at candles closely, I can click, highlight a specific area, and then I can find these candles directly. If I double click, I get my crosshair tool. That brings me with the summary information on top, high, low, close, and the volume of that particular candle. If I want to revert back to my normal chart, you can see top right will show back to the standard settings. Once again, the zoom, right click, select zoom, left click, shade, left click again. That brings you your specific area. Yeah, quickly again with the linking. So everything links through a level 2 window. If I right click on my VXX chart, I go to link. I have the choice between my SPY or my VXX window. So I just have to select which one. Now it's a little different because if I right click in the middle, it's a different menu. So you have to click on a specific area on the top banner to link, and you have to link through an open level 2 window. Okay, if I also right click, I go into studies. This is where I can apply my moving averages, VWAPs, Bollinger Bands, MACDs. So if I want a simple moving average, I click it. I can adjust my bar, time frame here, my period, essentially. That applies that very easily, clicking add. Want to put a VWAP, I can add it. And then also if I'm looking to get something as far as some bands and some stochastics, all these are available, very easy to apply. So it really depends on which indicators you're looking for. To apply to these charts. Yes, if these lines are filled, then they do get removed from the chart if you get executed here as well. Our VWAP study is only during market hours at this point. We are looking to add a pre-market VWAP, so that is something we're looking to go. The chart window is only going to show one time frame at a time, so you do have to flip between or have different charts open if you are looking to have multiple time frames for the same symbol. So you do need to have different charts open. You can see the studies do carry over to the different time frames, though. They are all there. If I want to copy it to another chart, I can right click, I go into my settings, and I can copy it to another chart. If I want to copy to chart 3, chart 3 is a different chart there, but you can copy settings as well. Additionally, here on the charting, if I want to make this one here a little bigger, there's a couple other features available here. If I right click, I can have a toolbar applied. So this is a way to easily apply your trend lines and your other studies. You can do easily instead of going to the menu. If I click on a solid line, I can click trend lines right from, draw my own lines right from my toolbar menu here. If I want to delete it, I can delete it. If I want to add a study, I can do so from that as well. There's other ways here. If you go into your tools, I can add different items to the toolbar. So if I do want to add any of these commands, for example, add it, that just allows me to add a new command right to my toolbar rather than having to go into the menu going forward as well. If I want to delete something, I can always delete it as well. Now I can also, on my crosshair tool, I can change that to the info box. So this is another nice way to have your high, low, open, close on the left side here. That makes it easier for you to recognize and have it in a drop-down box here rather than that top header. That's your choice as well. So there's some good ways to go through. Someone asked about shorter time frames under 1 minute. Not available currently. Looking into it, it does carry a lot of resources. One of the reasons the software is very fast and the data comes through so fast is some of those additional features are not part of the program. You know, it's always a decision to weigh what features to add versus what's going to slow it down. So really having, you know, these type of lower time frames or other features sometimes do weigh things down, but we are definitely looking into it. But you can see not having those under 1 minute timeframes does let the charts happen faster and doesn't affect the other data and tax the resources. So certainly something we're considering, but that is not currently available here. Someone had some questions on options. Now you can open up different options windows here. If you are permissioned here, you can view the options chain. You can have an options order entry. And you can also have a complex options window here as well if you are looking to do spreads and additional strategies. So very easy to click on a symbol, populate your single leg order entry. If I want to place an order, same method, buy, limit, price, yes. That fills, it tracks your position. If I want to have a spread order, I can add a strategy here, credit spread, fills in 2 legs here on my window. I can modify those. We also have a risk graph. You can see your profit's going to be when its price is going lower than 31.50. 31.56 is where you start to actually go negative, and then your max loss is achieved at 32. So this is a tight type of spread here, but you can see we have those. If I want to get rid of these legs, I can. So all I have to do is highlight 2 separate contracts and add it as a strategy. Or I can also have a command to double click the chain here. Double click, double click. That puts those chains right on the options order entry here as well. Now you can create separate layouts for options or have a separate page for options versus equities. So that's always nice here. We have a page feature. You can add a new page. Let's just say I want to call it options. Then I could build a new page here. So let's just say I have option level 2, my option chain, regular level 2. So I could flip between my options page and my equities page quickly. So if I want to trade one to the other to save some real estate, I can flip between my layouts here as well. Some of the other features I did not touch on here. So you have your watch list. You can just put in new symbols here. You can view last change percentage, and we have other data categories available. So you can view percentage change, gaps, high, lows, percentage change. So these are all sorted by the symbols you're putting in your watch list. Now we do also offer a couple scans that would help with symbols you're not aware of that may be moving as well. So we have the light scan filter, which is available for everyone. If you don't have it, you can request it. It sorts by the entire market. So essentially I can see what's moving up or down the most on the day, what has the most volume. So right now it's sorting by volume, GNUS. With the volume, you can see it's up 86%, $3.50 here. We can see the change percentage, 87%. So I can sort by net change. I can sort by net change percentage, high, low, different symbols here. So it's a great way to scan the market and see what's up or down on the day. You can add additional data categories as well. If I want a gap category, or if I'm looking for other information here, you can add these and sort by these categories as well. You can also filter by different categories. If I want to exclude certain last price, if I only want I want to exclude between 0 and $2, I can add that. And if I want to exclude anything between 10 and 1,000, so I'm only looking at a certain price range, I hit OK. Now I'm looking at just symbols that are either basically really high here. So you can see anything last price under $10, I kind of have my own filter based on these parameters. And I can sort by percentage or gap here as well. So yeah, it does work pre-market as well. And we are looking to add some additional scanners going forward. But this is a nice tool to see what's moving up or down on the day, what people are trading. And you can also say, hey, maybe I just want to know what's moving the most in the last 30 minutes. So I can set a time reset here as well. So it'll say, oh, only these qualify in the last 30 minutes for that same type of scan. We also have our other windows here you can see that are available, our risers and fallers. You can see, kind of our standard, just what's up or down, either based on net change or net percentage. Some other categories here, we do provide tip ranks, which is let's go to a blank page. I can show you some of these here. So tip ranks are a way to show analyst ratings and rankings. Highest rated stocks. So this is really good to see, the sentiment on the analyst, the ratings here, and we have, if you're looking to actually hold some stuff overnight in long-term positions, we do have the ratings. You can view the stories. You can view the highest rated stocks on the day. If I want to look, let's just say, for example, what's the sentiment on Apple? If you're looking to hold it long-term, you can see people's target prices. You can see their rankings and just their ratings as well. So you can see this was rated on the day. I can click on the symbol here and see. You can also see insider activity, hedge fund activity, social activity, if people are up or down on this symbol here. So this can be a separate layout page here, all within your same layout. So I can keep that. I can still have my basic option equities page, my options page, and then my tip ranks page. One other one that we've added here. Let's see, one more page. Page 3. We're going to do our social media. We have social media SMA analytics here, our top 10, what's trending on Twitter, what's trending in different social media stories, and it gives you an idea of what people are talking about here. Lululemon up high on the day. You can see it was up $10 today. So this was very bullish. People were talking about this positively, and you can see why this stock has been up tremendously. So that's another great feature here. There's ways just to see how these symbols are interacting with the social media here as well. Check out the next one, AMD. So you have to kind of determine, some other factors, but it does show you, did have a big move today and what people are talking about. Now you can always save these files, save these layouts, so you won't lose anything, especially if you're testing on a demo. You can save your layout and load this back and on a different way. So let's just say I want to go back to a new I want to load the layout, I can do so as well. I think I just overwrote something here. So all these features are available on both the PC and the Mac. We do have the same platform on both here. So yeah, it is the same features. Also here, you can see in the top, we have the news. So if I double click on a category, it will show you the different headlines here. So that is linked to the symbols you're looking at. If I change this, see this will then bring any news in here on the day for that particular symbol. So it is a downloadable platform. You can download to your Windows program or your Mac operating system. So it's a downloadable software. So it's an installation pack required to to do. It's a really quick download, really quick install, and it loads very quickly, the software. You can do some alerts here as well. So if I do right click on a symbol, I can add alert. Let's say I want to go just off of a last price alert. Simply click 755, I hit go. The symbol is going to hit it. It's going to pop up with an alert. We can see it did here right away, popped up with the alert. So you can have the alerts here. So really, there's a lot of different categories, a lot of different ways to set up alerts, orders, and different features. I didn't even touch on everything here. The block trade filter. This is going to show large prints for different securities. Some people really like to utilize this information to see where money is moving hands. People interpret if there's large trades happening in certain symbols, there could be a change in ownership. There could be something going on. This is where a lot of the dark pools print. You can see the ADFN is the alternative display facility. This is where other institutions can print, not and really off exchange. So they're not required to print in the same manner, in the same time frame as what a trade on the exchange happens. So if I look at HTGM, there's two big prints there. Something could be happening with that symbol. So you take a look. Maybe it's something you're interested in. Maybe it's not a good thing for the company if someone's selling it. So that you have to interpret yourself, but it does give you an idea of what's really moving and what the dark pools have liquidity in and where institutions are trading. SQBG, that's 3 prints here. So, these are penny stocks, so you can filter here as well by price. So if I'm really interested in something $10 and above, I can do that to kind of filter out the penny stocks here as well. People ask just, what's the difference between this and different platforms? And it's really the overall customization of the software, the ways you can set these custom orders through hotkeys and hot buttons, really setting up your different orders. The feedback we have is our speed of execution and order entry is, very good. I don't have specific comparisons to other brokers, but we just get very good reviews that people are very excited when they come to us that these orders are going through quick, there's no lag, and you're seeing these executions happen when they're required to. So really it's the software, it's the just reliability of the program itself, and then our support and service as well. You call, you get someone on the phone right away. Even in these tough times, I know a lot of companies, you're on hold for a very long time. If you need something immediately status with our trade desk, you get someone on the line as well. So, you can't take that for granted either. If you need an out on an order, you need to get out of a position, you need someone to pick up that phone for you. So that's definitely a highlight of ours. We also have the options most active. So maybe that's something I'd want to add to my options page here. You can see this is going to go through different categories, what's most active as far as the options, SPY, XLF. These are the ones that had the highest volume on the day, most unusual volume, something that's out of the ordinary. You can see most active, the underliers here, SPY obviously, but you can see some of these other ones, Bank of America, PBR, Facebook, Disney. So you can really just try to gauge what's trading, where money is moving, and maybe where I want to try to take advantage of some price moves here as well. Okay, some final questions here. I know I didn't cover everything. There's a lot of settings. Certainly, guys, you can always call or email us. Like I said, you can always request a demo of the account here. The account summary window is where you're going to show your buying power and your equity. Your equity is your account balance. So if you don't have that enabled, you can always add this setting here. Just have to go and apply the equity column here to your amount. You can see your open buying power, your remaining buying power, your number of positions, your number of trades. So there's a lot of information you can display through your account summary window as well. You have all reports through the Lightspeed website. You can import or export Excel files into different programs like TraderView and TradeLog. So that's available for next day export, not same day, but we do have daily, monthly, yearly reports, P&L reports by symbol. And of course, you can see a lot of that in real time as well on the website. We do not currently have percentage orders for exiting positions, but it's something we're looking to add as well to have a percent profit or percent loss rather than just a pure set dollar amount. So that's something we're looking to add as well. That should be coming out in one of our new releases here. And always, guys, continue to send in suggestions. We'll look to see what we can add here as well. I know people do want some percentage orders, percentage of buying power, and percentage of position profit and loss. We're looking to add those two features, hopefully, in the near future. Other features, quickly, we do have the halted symbol feature. It shows you what symbols were halted on the day or currently in halt right now. See, Works is currently been halted for quite a while. Go into your category here. So I think I covered most of the features here I was looking for. One of the other ones quickly here was the short request feature. So we kind of were going over that earlier. If the level 2 window shows it's not available, we do have a way to do an automated search. So if you just request this, you can have a search here. So if I click to locate, it tells me, so now it's locate is not available, but let's say I do want it. This says if you want to pay 7 cents per share, you can get assigned shares to short. So this is an immediate request. If I hit accept, I get charged this fee, and then I can place the order to sell short. So this is a really good feature for us to have access to a third party to provide shorts. So a lot of times, if something is moved a lot, it may not be available by our clearing firm, but our third party is able to borrow it. If you're willing to pay the fee, you can be assigned shares. The nice thing is you know what the fee is before you agree. If I cancel it, I don't get charged. So I know exactly what the fee is. If I choose to accept it, then I can place the order to sell short. And it's automatic, it's very quick. I see a stock moving, I can request it, accept it, and get in within seconds. International accounts, we certainly accept. Really, it would have to be an international wire transfer in or out. We do charge $50 for international wire transfers, but certainly available for you. If you have a US bank account, you can link that, ACH, or it's a $20 wire fee. But international is really just international wire transfers. For leverage, if you're funding above 25,000, you can qualify for 4 times intraday leverage, 2 times for overnight. Yep. Once again, this webinar is being recorded. It will be on our website within a couple of days. So if you want to go over anything, certainly you can do so. If you are looking for a personal walkthrough and to help with some settings, certainly you can email sales@lightspeed.com, or you can email me directly. It's rlipson@limebrokerage.com. I just sent a message out here to everyone here. If you're looking for that demo request, it's through the Lightspeed website. So please go to right here, lightspeed.com, try a demo, and you can submit the request to get access to the software. You have all functionality here to change your settings, customize, and use our resources as well. We have the trading tutorials on the resources tab. You can see how to create different stop orders, custom orders, hotkeys, real short, quick videos to the point. And we have our full webinar library as well. So we have other features. And as I said, we have the advanced features coming up. It's really going to dive into all different hotkeys and custom orders as well. Well, thank you, Nicholas. He likes the platform so far, likes the speed. Great to see. The software itself does have a monthly fee. It's $130 per month. Now, we do waive this fee with your trading commissions. If you generate $130 in monthly commissions, the fee is fully waived. It's partially reduced by any amount you generate. You generate $80 in commissions, the difference of $50 is charged. So if you're actively trading, you would have the fee waived pretty easily. And then market data is an additional cost. $10 for a base package. It could be up to $55 for full level 2. So it really depends on what you're looking for. So that pretty much covers the topics I was looking to go through. I'm sorry if I missed some questions. Certainly email me if I did. There's a lot of additional settings. Certainly I can't go over everything, but you can see there's a lot of ways to customize. You can change fonts, you can change colors, you can change your defaults for your order entry windows as well. I probably missed that one here. I click on your gear, you go into your login tab or your mouse tab, your quotes. You can change your order routes, you can change your size, your order type. So if I change a symbol, maybe I want to change that now to a market order with LSPT as my new default. I hit OK. You can see I changed my symbol. Now this is my new default 1,000 shares market order. So the software waivers for any commission structure per share per trade, regardless of your rate, negotiated, reduced on an active rate or not. So that's a firm policy there. So that's always in place for us, that 130 waiver amount. So I thank everyone for attending. Definitely reach out for some questions. We'll be happy to help. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys attending. Hope you took some insight out of here. And just if you have any questions, certainly just give us a call or shoot us an email. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Stay safe.